should just do like every teenager.
You look very cold.
And not make eye contact with anybody.
Right. Talk real quietly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or talk at all. I have enjoyed wearing this hoodie all day, though.
I'm telling you, the hoodie's the way to go. Hello, Edison L. Happy
Very
New Year.
comfy.
Hello, ACNC12, Adrienne. Hello, Susan. Bobble Cakes, Nicole. Hello, Chris. Liz Key, not to be confused with Elizabeth Betts or Elizabeth Estrada. 3 different people. Hello, Lisa. Darla. Hello, Julie's Overalls. Hello, Evangelina. Getting tracks. Oh, Lisa Cannon. Happy New Year, everybody. How was everybody's holiday? Are you tired of answering that question? Hello, Sunday Hill. Hello, Stephanie Ramirez. Make your way into the auditorium, our first of 2023. We've made a few upgrades in the auditorium to make it a more comfortable experience for you.
We have?
Yeah, a few. Hello, Stephanie De Leon.
In here?
Hello, Chris. Yeah, I got a piggyback.
How's it making it comfortable for them?
Makes it more comfortable for me. Comfortable. Hello, Tiny Cherry. Yeah, I got coins in there. Hello, Jillian.
How do you respond to all in Gmail? It's just so complicated. I don't like Gmail.
I don't use Gmail.
I don't like Gmail, but our office is now making us use Gmail.
Hover over one of those messages.
Okay, let me get one from a bunch of people.
Click on the message.
Okay, so like here's one. I got to find one that's written to me from a bunch of people. This one's probably just to me. Now, how do I go to the next one? This one. Okay, so this is to me, Lacey, and Robert.
Okay.
Lubbock Appliance. Crap.
Hello, Cynthia.
Okay, so how do I reply to all?
Hello, Palm Mumble.
I click that, and it replies to one.
No. Why do you just click on stuff?
Because you didn't tell me what to do, and I was waiting.
Why? I didn't have time because you started clicking on stuff.
Okay,
see those 3 little dots?
Yeah.
Should be reply to all.
Yeah.
No, you got one person on that email. Nicole Goggins.
Well, that one. Okay, I went back to the wrong one. Here. No.
Hello, Angie Reno. Hello.
This one.
Stephanie Ramirez.
There it is. Okay.
You got it figured out, babe? Or you still?
Yeah, I just found
there it is. Reply all. See it down there at the bottom.
I didn't. Oh, man.
Tell you what, guys, you do not come to this podcast for technical.
Sorry, I'm just seeing emails that I missed because our work email crashed over Christmas.
Who can we pin that on?
I don't know. It just crashed, and apparently it's irretrievable. It's crashed so bad. Some virus, I have no idea. And so they moved us all over to Gmail. And I don't understand Gmail.
So
Gmail is so, and I know people that use Gmail all the time, y'all get it. But if you're not, it's so complicated.
So let me get this straight. Your work is using Gmail.
Yeah. We're going through to our Yay Networks email via Gmail. So I have to log into Gmail every day separately. It used to be all in one place. It's just so confusing. And I've missed kind of important emails.
Whose head do we need to lop off because of this? Huh?
I don't know.
Palm Mobbable says she loves Gmail.
Well, I don't love it. I'm a Yahoo girl, as simple as that is.
Wow.
I am. It's easy.
I stopped using that forever ago.
Well, it's easy.
I use iCloud. I like iCloud.
And Don set it up where my Gmail, my Google, wait a minute, Kellie Rasberry at Gmail, yeah. And my Yahoo are all in the same place. So my Gmail looks like Yahoo. But when I have to log in directly to Gmail, it looks like Gmail.
This is making my head hurt.
Now you understand my confusion. It's so bad.
But you live your life in confusion.
And these conversation trains that are all in the same email, I have no idea. It's so complicated.
I don't know what a conversation train is, but I know what an A train is.
All right, let's get going.
Okay. You got everything pulled up?
I got what I need pulled up. Do you have what you need pulled up? Yeah, there you go.
That's all I need. That's all I need. Hello, Hector. What's up? What's up? Hello, Amy Fisher. Hello, Jenna. Up.
When you're ready for me to test, let me know.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay.
This is all jacked.
Test 1, 2, test. Why does it keep getting jacked? Because you keep throwing it in the closet and the mobs keep moving?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Sorry, I'm having to write something down so I don't forget
Mm-hmm.
about my work email that I forgot. So bad. So much trouble. Did you test me? Am I good?
Yeah. Oh, damn it. There's one thing I was wanting to shoot.
Can you do it next podcast?
Well, yeah.
What do you need to do? How long is it going to take?
Hold on. Give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds is all I need.
I'm not going to be that obnoxious person that times you. You know how people do. Give me 1 second. 1. I hate that. It's so annoying.
This is something my dad actually pointed out to me the other day, and I was like, that'd make good podcast stuff.
Oh. But do we need it for this podcast?
I don't know. Maybe.
Why don't we save it for next one?
Maybe not.
Is it timely?
It's very timely.
Is it going to expire if we don't do it today?
No, it's just timely. If
this was me, I just want y'all to know what would be happening right now. Y'all know how this would go if this was me right now. I'd be getting shot side-eye.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be
stuff slamming. Forget it. Do it next week. Y'all know.
I think we need.
Y'all know.
I think we need to do it next week. I can't find it. I swear I saw this 2 days ago. Jeremy Renner. I got the 411 on that. Did you hear what happened?
Yeah.
He jumps.
Alan doesn't listen to the show anymore.
He jumps out on that track and the thing starts moving. What is that all about? You got to put that thing in park.
Well, I think he did. I think there was a safety feature that may have failed.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I can't find it.
Let's just put a pin in it. Why don't you write a little note to yourself?
Damn it.
Know what you're searching for. Is there a word you need to search for that you can, Google search it and maybe the article would pop up?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Well, why don't you talk to everybody while I'm doing this?
Because how long are we going to wait?
30 seconds.
Yeah,
we're going to have to do this next week.
Just put a note or something to remind yourself.
Yeah.
This is taking too long.
It was about Brian Koberger.
The murderer?
Mm-hmm.
Potential alleged? What about him?
Well, guy's kind of lewd.
Okay, well, why don't we save that? I don't want to talk about something like that without being prepared for it.
He's not kind of lewd.
Well, there's a lot of lewd people in this world. It doesn't make them murderers.
True. I mean, absolutely. Pee Wee Herman's not a murderer.
Right. Alan Evans, not a murderer. Admittedly lewd. Admittedly lewd. Is that a clap back?
Thank you to Kellie for doing a clap back right before we start.
I want credit for sitting here patiently for 30 seconds while he scrolled pointlessly, fruitlessly, I should say. Oh my God.
Not everyone who is lewd is a murderer. Yeah, I know. Pee Wee Herman.
Alan Evans. And then I said Alan Evans.
Yeah.
Lewd, but not a murderer. I said that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Verbatim. Okay. There we go.
All right.
There we go.
Thank the Lord.
Okay, give me something.
I have given you everything.
It's the first podcast of 2023.
And
You're not being very
started.
nice.
I'm not being nice. Remember, y'all, if she was on the other foot, just remember that, okay?
I'll give you the shoe on the other foot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw that shoe.
Mm-hmm. Am I okay? Everything's good? Our levels are good? Are you going to drown me out?
Anita, Anita Head, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Anita Head, please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Welcome to the first A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast of 2023. I don't know if anything about that could be a trivia question in the future, but keep that in your back pocket just in case. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans, along with my podcast co-host / husband, Alan Evans.
A train!
So happy to finally press the record button on this podcast. Thank y'all for being here.
May all the hunches be forgot. Nobody knows the words to that song.
Some people do.
I don't know those words.
Some people do. And the rest of us don't. All right. So hopefully
I have
y'all
no idea what they are.
Hopefully everybody had a great New Year's Eve. Alan and I, of course, celebrate New Year's on December 30th. We don't do the actual December 31st celebration. We go to a very nice dinner.
Dime.
And why is that a dime?
We go to a very
going to a very nice dinner? Why is that a dime?
You didn't name the restaurant.
I did not. That would be dropping a dime.
Where was the restaurant?
You tell it, dime dropper.
Albernaise. North. And you know what? Somebody asked me, I think it was our wacky marketing department. They said, you have a waiter or a waitress?
We had a waiter.
Waiter, 100%.
What does that mean?
Remember I was the master debater of waiters and waitresses. Remember I said waiters are better than waitresses?
Oh, no, I forgot about that.
And I said at every nice restaurant, you'll have a waiter.
Well, there are some female waiters there, but they are outnumbered by the male waiters.
Okay, that's all.
But we did have a male waiter.
Acknowledgement.
And we had a great time. And
we did. Very nice time.
Pulled out our journal. This gift was given to me many years ago. It was made in Italy. It's a leather-bound journal with a heart that's kind of on fire, which kind of goes with your tattoo themes, does it not?
A little bit.
But my friend Glenda Twining gave me this as a gift one year. And I kind of used it to write I was going to journal. I like the idea of journaling. I just never get around to actually journaling. And so anyway, when Alan and I started doing the bucket list / whatever we call it, to-do list, resolution list, we started putting it in the same leather journal, which I like that idea because we can look back at it over the decades to come, hopefully, that we're still here on this earth, and see what we have and have not accomplished.
This is the episode where we go through our bucket list items. We're going to go through those in much detail because we did it over dinner, didn't we?
We did.
At Albernaise North over a martini and a old fashioned. No, whiskey sour.
Yeah, I did like half the list at Al's, and then I got overwhelmed and I put it away. And then Alan gave me like a little pep talk, and I went back and I finished it later.
Why am I always having to give you a pep talks?
I don't know. I get overwhelmed very easily.
So we're going to go through that, maybe talk a little Christmas recap and what happened on Christmas Day, perhaps, what we received from Santa Claus. Mm-hmm. See what Santa Claus brought us. We had a golf lesson on New Year's Eve. Thought you might tell everybody about that.
You might actually. It might be more interesting coming from you.
How that went down. I think I made some big proclamations before the end of the year saying something like there was no way I was going to go to the Cowboys-Eagles game because it was like $9 million to take the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you follow me on the social media, you might have noticed that we were at the Cowboys game.
Yeah, you found a way to weasel your way in.
Found a way to weasel my way in.
King of weasels.
Yep. Wow. So we might mention that. Yeah, that's what we got.
Man, I don't know how we can squeeze in another thing to this podcast.
Well, I was wanting to squeeze in some information about that not serial killer, the alleged killer.
The alleged killer of those. Is it Ohio or Idaho? I certainly went blank. They're college students. Idaho. I don't know why I had
Did you-
Ohio in my
did
brain
you-
all of a
Did
sudden.
you see that guy being walked into the jail?
Yeah, but isn't he wearing? Everybody's saying he was so buff and everything. Isn't he wearing like a bulletproof vest and all this stuff?
No,
to protect himself?
no. I'm not. I don't know his physique. Did
Oh.
you see his face, his eyes?
Yeah.
That dude.
He's
I
got a
don't
lot
know.
going on.
I don't
inside
know,
his
man.
head.
That's something. That elevator doesn't go all the way to the top.
You know, he is presumed innocent until proven guilty, or presumed innocent until proven guilty. Is that
Yeah,
how they
no.
say it.
100%. But you know what?
You know, his family, of course, didn't do it, but
They wouldn't have sent a SWAT team to Pennsylvania if they didn't have a lot of evidence now, would they?
well, I don't know, Alan. I've listened to a lot of Dateline podcasts, and I know people can get falsely accused and imprisoned. Oh, I was in tears the other day, y'all.
Dateline has that guy that talks like this. Is he still on there?
Yeah, they're all still on there. There was one man that was falsely accused of double murder. He did not do it.
Stephen Avery.
This is a different guy. And he was set up by a woman who basically stole this man's father's inheritance. She was like a caregiver for an old person and changed the will so she would get everything. And the son knew that she was being abusive to the father. Anyway, she killed herself, killed her husband, but made it look like he did it because she hated him so much. He ended up spending like 12 years or something in prison, 12 or 13 years, missed his children's weddings and grandchildren being born. He wanted his grandchildren to be told he was dead because he didn't want him to know they were in prison. He was in prison. He's finally released because they finally found a judge in a court that realized this man did not do it. He was framed. He was free like 103 days, Alan, and he died from cancer.
Oh my gosh.
He had like this undetected, you know how colon cancer, you don't know, or something like that. You don't know you have it till it's too late. It was something like that. He was free for like 103 days and then died. I was just crying. And that's over a man that, you know, a jury twice convicted him because, you know, the prosecution didn't present all the evidence or something. Anyway, it's just, so I see how people, and in our own lives, we've seen people be falsely accused of things. But, you know, did this guy do it? Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
I haven't really honestly read all of the information they have on him, other than I understand they have some DNA evidence that he was there, I believe.
I've been following along pretty well.
I haven't really dived deep. It's such a sad and tragic story.
It is.
Of these college students.
It's horrible.
Well, you'd think everybody'd heard about it. Part-time Justin did not know what we were talking about today. I was like, how do you not know this story? But we just take for granted that people follow, you know, some people are just so turned off by the news they don't watch it at all.
Yeah.
But these 4 college kids were, you know, just murdered, and the details of the murder, I heard some of the details today, so gruesome and awful. But I don't know, just a sad world.
Well, it is a sad world. It's also a strange world because this guy, this alleged murderer, Brian Kohberger, me and Kellie discussing him actually led to 2023's first Kellie's Clapback, your favorite segment on A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. We have a fresh, piping hot clapback for you.
Within the past, 10, 15 minutes?
This happened 10 minutes ago.
Because I was waiting for him to start the podcast. Very patiently, I might add. Very patiently.
Is Be a Better Wife on the 2023 version?
No.
Oh, okay. So you just mailed that one in. So you can do whatever you want.
Well.
Right?
Is Be a Better Husband on your list?
Oh.
Is it? At least I put it down on my list for 2022.
Oh, man.
Have you ever put it anywhere near a list?
Oh, gosh.
All right.
I just got kicked squarely in the gonads.
Well, I was just asking a question. It was on everybody's minds.
Yes. You know what else is on everybodydy's minds?
I thought the clapback.
This.
Are you going to save the clapback?
This. We're going to do the clapback. We're going to do the clapback right after this.
A double murder or a quadruple murder or clapback. This will be interesting. Right?
Yes.
You know, Alan and I, we have been sleeping on our Helix Dusk Lux mattress for was it about 2 years now, you'd say?
Yeah.
It's been about 2.
Best 2 sleeping years of my life.
Seriously, what a difference it makes when you're sleeping on a mattress that is made for your body and how you sleep. And like it is for us. This is the mattress just for us. It's like it was customized for us, right? I fall asleep faster. I stay asleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't have that ache in my lower back that I just assumed that's the way life was, that you just have an achy back when you wake up until you get out of bed and walk around for a while. But with Helix Sleep, I don't experience that anymore. And I first heard about Helix Sleep because we wanted to get a king size mattress. We were in the Queen. So I went online and did some research and I found out about Helix mattresses. I'm like, oh my God, this is what I want. And so I was super thrilled when they came on as a sponsor of our podcast. So you take the Helix Sleep quiz, you find out what mattress works best for you. It takes less than 2 minutes. The Helix lineup includes 14 unique mattresses. They've got a collection of luxury models. We got the King Dusk Luxe, as Alan likes to call it. They've got mattresses for big and tall sleepers, cooling mattresses for hot sleepers. They've got mattresses with memory foam layers. So if you're a side sleeper, it gives you optimal pressure relief. That's why I'm not getting lower back pain anymore. They have certain models that cradle the bodies of tummy sleepers. You know, they need a certain amount of support and cradling. They even have mattresses for kids. Your personalized mattresses are, well, your mattress, I'm assuming you're ordering one. You can order one for the whole family, but they are shipped straight to your door free of charge. And I love that Helix mattresses are American made. They come with a 10 to 15-year warranty, depending on the model. And just to make sure you love it, and we know you will, Helix gives you a 100-night risk-free trial. And if you decide your mattress, you know what, it's just not the best fit for me, you are welcome to return it for a full refund.
And Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/sandwich. That's helixsleep.com/sandwich. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
At least go take that 2-minute sleep quiz at helixsleep.com. I'm telling you what, makes a huge difference.
Huge.
All right, so let's get this clap back out of the way.
Oh, you want to
move
do the clap
on to
back?
more pleasant things.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You teased it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there's this cat who just got arrested, and he got arrested in Pennsylvania. His name is, I just said it 2 minutes ago, Brian Kohberger. He was arrested in Pennsylvania, and he's being taken back to Idaho because he's being accused of murdering 4 college students in Idaho.
Awful.
And gruesome murder. And we're not really going to talk a lot of detail about the actual murder.
We're not that podcast.
I'm just trying to get to the...
I'm sure there are podcasts already being written, developed, produced about this.
I'm just trying to get to how the clapback happened.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where
it began.
So I was over at my dad's the other day, and my dad said, have you heard any details about this Brian Kohberger? And I said, no, just kind of what I've seen, what I just explained.
They've been arrested.
Yeah. He goes, we were watching the news, and he said, a lot of these people are talking really positively about this guy. Like, he was very intelligent. He was put together. He was a professor or a teaching assistant or something like that at a college in Washington, which is very close to Idaho. And I said, wow, I didn't know that. He goes, but I read an article on Yahoo, and it's not good. And I'm like, well, what did it say? And he goes, well, here, look it up. So I was trying to find this article before the podcast so I could share it with you guys.
It only took 30 seconds, he said.
And I could not find it about this thing that my dad pointed out. So I'll paraphrase it. Basically, this guy was taken to jail, and a female inmate said that this guy, Brian Kohberger, was...
Be careful. I don't know what you're going to say.
He had his pants down.
Okay.
So the wardens, the guards said, you need to pull your pants up.
Why are you changing your voice for that? That doesn't make any sense.
So he's running around his jail cell with no pants on. That's one thing. Mm-hmm. Another thing is he was saying to the guards, I don't care, I don't care about anything. You come in this cell, I'll cut you too.
Oh, wow. Allegedly.
So if that's all true, if the guard is saying this and the inmate is saying this and he's saying this, I mean, this is kind of a done deal, isn't it?
No, it's not, because if you listen to these Dateline podcasts, you would see that it's not necessarily a done deal.
Okay. So right before our podcast, I was trying to find that article. There's a lot more to it, but anyway, that's the gist of it. So I'm telling Kellie about this, and I'm like, I can't find the dang article. She's like, oh, save it for next time. And I'm like, okay, save it for next time. I've already wasted enough time. I said, I tell you what, though, babe, Brian Koberger is lewd.
What did I say?
That was Happy-Go-Lucky AE. He says, Brian Koberger is lewd.
And I said,
Kellie says, you know what? Not everyone who is lewd is a murderer.
right, I did say that.
And I agree. I said, yes, babe, absolutely. Not everybody who is lewd
Don't embellish, just say what you said.
That's what I said. I said, not everybody who is lewd is a murderer. Pee Wee Herman, for instance, very lewd, but not a murderer.
And I said,
Kellie, Alan Evans, lewd, but not a murderer.
that's what I said. That's what I said. Because you have self-proclaimed that you are lewd, so I'm not dissing you by stating fact.
So on the first podcast of the year, my name was mentioned with Brian Koberger and Pee Wee Herman.
I would think that you did that to yourself.
No, you did it
No,
because
you did it. You brought it all up.
All right, so that's clapback number one.
So that's it. And that's probably the extent we're going to talk about those Idaho murders, because it's really just gruesome and awful.
Awful.
And if this guy did it, I'm so glad they caught him and got him off the streets.
Well, yeah.
I'm so glad. But if he's just some wacko, see, like I said, I haven't read, there might be, Kellie, you sound like an idiot right now. They got all this evidence on him. I haven't read that article, so I don't know. But,
well,
you know, I just hope the right person is arrested, prosecuted, fried.
Apparently.
I am going to be controversial here. I still believe in the death penalty when it is justified.
You know, we looked that up. Idaho does have a death penalty.
Good.
It's lethal injection in Idaho.
Whatever.
Check this out. Until 2009, they had firing squad.
I know.
You could
crazy,
choose.
right?
You could choose until 2009.
Yeah, well.
But nobody ever chose that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Wonder why.
Anyway, there's that. Now let's move on to other bright and happy subjects. Let's talk Christmas.
Let's talk Christmas. Let's talk the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's what we did on Christmas Day. We exchanged gifts. Did we go to church?
We didn't.
Didn't go to church.
It was on Christmas Sunday. You know, my dad, he was really upset. You know, of course, I should have gone to church. So I'll just be honest. I should have gone to church. But my dad's church canceled church service on Sunday. And he could not believe that a church would cancel church because it's Christmas Day. I understand people are like, oh, it's just, you know, it's inconvenient. You're having Christmas with your family, but it's Jesus' birthday. But it's hard for me also to judge that when I didn't have my butt in a pew, right? But my dad, he ended up going to a different church. He said, I'm going to church on Christmas Sunday. And he did. So it's hard to be judgy when I need to be judged.
Yeah. I when I was living at home with my mom and dad, we'd always go to midnight mass.
Mm-hmm.
That was, you know, I was raised Catholic, so we would go to midnight mass on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So we would be up really late on Christmas Eve. So I would always sleep in on Christmas Day. It drove my sister nuts. But we had Santa Claus. He came to the Evans Rasberry residence this year, and that was a lot of fun.
Santa Claus made a couple of misses. Because Santa Claus was not given a very big list by any of the children because, let's just be honest, they have everything they want. So their lists were quite small. In fact, when Dylan was first asked what he wanted for Christmas, he said, I want surprises. So that was really helpful for Santa's little elves in the workshop. So Santa took a few swings. And Santa, knowing how much Dylan loves ice cream, and when Daddy makes milkshakes, he goes through these phases where all he wants is ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Santa thought, would it be kind of fun to get an ice cream maker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good in theory.
Sounds great in theory.
But I'll tell you what,
went over like a big lead balloon.
As the guy who makes the milkshakes, I just give me the ice cream that's already made, and I'll just scoop it out of there.
So that Santa returned that to the workshop. Yeah,
Santa had returned it.
But you know what's not returnable?
What's that?
Is the ice cream mixes. Those are not returnable.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to be asking a lot of friends
swap party
if they have an ice cream maker, because those are not returnable. But you know what was a big hit? Santa, you know, you need to have volume, a little bit of volume right? A few more than just one or two things. Santa
Yeah.
usually is fairly generous depending on your household.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Santa was looking for filler. So Santa found this really just in the back of his workshop, just sitting on a shelf by itself. Somebody, like one of the elves, placed it there. It shouldn't have been there. It just happened to be there. And so the elf picked it up and said, "Here, Santa, throw this in your bag and leave it for little Dylan." And I believe it was made at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
It's this little plastic dartboard
Mm-hmm.
that has these rubber. It's like a rubber darts
Yeah.
that go into the board. Literally cost less than, I don't think it even cost $7 or $8.
I think he likes it more than the pool table.
He played with that
That's all he wants to do.
more than he played with that pool table that Alan insisted he got for the entire family when we all know it was for him and Dylan.
Now, wait a second. We've used the hell out of that thing already.
You and Dylan have, but
Oh.
what's he used more?
God.
That $7 dartboard.
And you know who has to play every dart game with him?
You.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy of the year. So anyway, that was a big hit. So when you're stressing out about those really big, expensive outside the box presents, the cheap little $7 or $8 dartboard did the trick.
He loved it. He absolutely loved it.
I mean, Kellie she really loved that Shark Tank apparently had, the Snuggie has been around forever, that wearable blanket. So this is just another version of the Snuggie. I don't know why the lady on Shark Tank took it on, that Barbara Corcoran woman. Anyway, it's this wearable blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And she just freaked out. She loved it.
It looks very comfortable.
It did smell. It had a weird smell to it. I had to wash it.
Really?
Yeah, it had a funky smell when it came. But it's washed and ready to wear.
What was your big thing?
Well, my big thing was my golf clubs.
Oh.
Yeah. I asked for a few very specific things. I asked for my alien perfume because I was almost out. I'm still almost out.
Did you get it?
I got it. I asked for these Buddha Girl bracelets, these Buddha Girl bangles. And then McKellie got those for me with her own money. It was very sweet. And I asked for golf clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And I got those.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else did I ask for?
Perfume, bangles, golf clubs.
That's about what I asked for. That's about all I asked for, right? Because golf clubs is a big deal. Because I told Alan, I gave him a heads up, look, on this next bucket list, to-do list, resolutions list, I'm going to put that I want to learn how to play golf on there.
Yeah.
And so I gave you plenty of notice.
Yeah.
Knowing that I probably need some equipment to play golf.
So I dialed up rockbottomgolf.com.
Yeah.
Because
you're starting from the rock bottom.
Well, you are.
Is it
but
basic?
No, I had a thought process here. Okay. A lot of ladies' golf equipment, in my opinion, it's like the ugliest stuff I've ever seen. There's these goofy colors. It's like pink and gray, lavender and gray. I'm like,
that's not me.
Kellie's not going to haul
That's
these
not me.
I'm not going to get her a set like that. So I'm searching and searching and
Nothing
searching.
against women who are like that. That's just not
No,
me.
it's not Kellie's style. So I'm trying to find something that I think that she will like style-wise. I find this whole complete set on rockbottomgolf.com. It's a black and gray bag, really sharp. Came with a driver, 3-wood, hybrid, couple of irons, a putter, a chipper, everything. And then I ordered Kellie a little dog head cover to put on her driver, and it kind of looks like Larry.
It looks like a black French poodle.
It was supposed to be
like
a poodle.
like a standard poodle is what it looks like, but it's supposed to be Larry because he's this little black mutt.
And then I got Kellie a South Carolina head cover, stuck that on there, and there's a Zoe head cover. So I got
Schnauzer one.
I got her a personalized glove, personalized towel.
Yep.
Got your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Look like a pro. Some ball. I give you some balls.
No, there were some tees in there.
Tees. Yeah.
But what I've learned is I can't see the balls. I cannot see them. I hit them and I'm looking around.
It's the story of my life.
And I don't know. I can't tell where it went. And so Alan said he's going to have to get me some like either bright yellow or bright pink balls.
Yeah.
But man, balls are so expensive.
They are. Golf balls are very expensive.
So I don't know. I'm going to have to just figure that out. But tell everybody how I did on my first lesson.
Yeah, let's just talk about golf lesson. So we decided on, was this New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve
day.
Yeah, the 31st. Really nice weather.
A week before, it was like 7 degrees for the high.
I think it was like...
It was negative wind chill. It was so cold. The next week,
It was like 74.
Oh my gosh.
It was really beautiful.
Yeah.
So I had shorts on.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the driving range. There's a driving range pretty close. I don't know, it's 10, 15 minutes away. We drive over there. Kelly's got our brand new stuff. I get the balls. We go out to the range. It is packed. I mean, there are a lot of people out there because it's so, and I told Kelly every swinging bee that holds a hammer in Plano's gonna be out there trying out their new golf stuff. That proved
It was a nice day.
It was a nice day, yeah. So we finally got a spot, and I just showed Kelly some simple things to do, and you may be thinking to yourself, Alan, what the hell do you know about golf? Well, I played golf in high school. That doesn't make me a professional, but I've played golf for a long time, and I kind of know what to do. I may not be able.
You could have played college. You chose not to.
I maybe can't do it myself, but I know what to do. I know what you're supposed to do. And a lot of people you posted your swing online and they're like, oh, I don't know, you guys might not want to, me and my husband tried it and man, it was really tough. And Kelly, you might want to find somebody else to give you a lesson. And I'm like, well,
maybe I will eventually.
Maybe you will eventually, but I know Kelly and I know golf and I kind of know
how to deal with me,
how to deal with her. Yeah, exactly. So I don't think it's a problem. And we had a great time because I was trying to tell Kelly, I think the reason people get frustrated with one another in golf is because it is a very difficult sport to learn, especially when you're older. It's very difficult to learn. And there are so many things to think about as a beginner. It's very frustrating for a beginner. And I think that's why husbands and wives really get angry at one another when they're trying to teach each other how to play golf is because, well, you told me what to do. Well, you didn't do it. Well, I'm trying to remember these 50 things that you told me to do, well, and they start doing that bit. So I tried to tell Kelly, learn to play by feel. It's much easier. And we're going to learn 3 things you need to do. And I thought that was too much, but they're just like 3 basic things we're going to work on today. And she was hitting some great shots. I thought you hit several great shots.
Woofed. I
whiffed.
missed.
Yeah, you whiffed.
And that was a little frustrating.
But that's okay.
I can see why people eventually throw their golf clubs or break them over their knees because you're just like, I can't believe I did that. But it was
she did great.
I was pretty pleased with myself, honestly. I'm not going to say I was great, but I didn't do as badly as I thought I would. And I did miss a bunch, but I hit a bunch. And but I was surprised how tired I was.
Mm-hmm.
How long was I hitting? Like 30 or 45 minutes?
You use different muscles.
You're using different muscles. You're twisting your arm in a different way. You're standing different. I don't know. It was just different. And we're going to try to hit at least once a week. I don't know. The weather might turn bad again.
Yeah.
We need to squeeze in another one before it gets bad and the kids come back.
I'd love to. But she did great. And I tried to tell her, don't worry about so much where the ball goes right now. Although it's really fun when you hit a good shot. You're like, wow, that was really cool.
If I could find it.
Yeah. But when you're first starting out, it's really tough. But if you can get through the first couple of times, I was telling Kelly, you'll get the bug. Hopefully you get that bug like a lot of people get. And then you really want to do it.
Yeah. I know I've got a lot of friends I've got some friends, not a lot, that took up golf later. And they're like my friend Amy during COVID, they, people just were stuck at home and stuff. And she lives in a country club community. And all the ladies just started taking up golf. And I think they just started doing it for fun. And I don't know necessarily that they are, trying to be professionals or anything, but they go on these golfing trips all the
Mm-hmm.
time. They've been to Mexico and Arizona, and there's a lot of fireball shots involved in their gameplay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they even have they do the matching shirts and hats, and it's like this little club of women, and that's great to have a group like that. I don't know necessarily that I'm going to be able to be a part of a team like that, but at least I can play with you if we go on vacation or something.
I think we've talked about it on the podcast.
Play a tournament.
I've mentioned it. Golf it's one of those sports you can play until you're really old. You meet so many fun people when you play it, and you learn a lot about somebody when you play it too. Like if you spend 4 hours with somebody in a golf cart, you learn a lot about that person.
Because they're drinking a lot?
Watching them play golf. No, you learn how they
handle pressure,
respond to frustration. you just learn a lot by watching somebody
I
play
heard a lot
golf.
of big business deals get done on the golf course.
Yeah, there's that.
I'm going to be making some business deals on the golf course. That's what I want to do.
You can do some business on the golf
Yeah,
course?
I'm going to close some deals.
So anyhow, that was fun, I thought. So that was New Year's Eve. We talked about Christmas. Oh, our bucket list.
We did that. We did that on December 30th.
Yeah, we did that the day before because we didn't want to go.
We just skipped ahead to the golf lesson.
We didn't want to go out on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we didn't want to go out on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we're not big. I know that's kind of weird because when Alan first and I first got together, I hosted an annual New Year's Eve party. But let me just tell you, I did that kicking and screaming. I did not want to do it. But my friend is a salesperson for the station that was, putting this whole thing on. So I kind of was doing it as a favor to her. And, we would go and have fun. We would have fun when we did it, but I would rather be home.
Yeah.
I'd rather be home. I'm just,
I'm over the, I don't know.
Too old for that.
I'm over the balls to the wall drinking.
Too old for that. Yeah,
it
was a lot.
I feel like an ass on January 1.
I know. So we go out now. Our tradition has been to go out on December 30th and have that nice dinner, do our bucket list. And then we're home, we're in bed, nice and cozy. And then, but this year on New Year's Eve, we actually sat up to midnight because we were watching football. And that was really fun. Somebody said the guy kicked the ball in 2022 and the ball landed in 2023.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fear of the Frog. TCU beat
that was Georgia's game.
Oh,
we were watching Georgia at that point.
Well, TCU beat Michigan and then Georgia beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
So the championship game is Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, speaking of football, just real quick. Before we ended the year, we were talking about the Cowboys were going to host Philadelphia at the stadium, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And I was talking about how I'd looked for tickets and I saw the tickets and I was like, I ain't paying that to go to the game. As much as I want to surprise the boys with tickets, not happening. So I got to thinking and I saw Patrick is my friend Patrick, who's the CEO of Operation Once in a Lifetime. He does a lot of stuff with the Cowboys. Anyway, I saw that he had a suite on Facebook. I'm like, how did Patrick get a freaking suite? So he's got a suite for the game, the Cowboys Philadelphia game. So I just texted him. I'm like, hey, Pat. I'm just kind of.
Pat. You want something? It's Pat.
Kind of putting some feelers out, but what's going on with that suite? I mean, you got any way, you got room,
3 people.
You got room for 3? And he's like, yeah, we can probably make something happen. And I said, well, how is this going to work? He said, well, you need to buy these passes to, and I
the standing room.
I forget the name.
It's the standing room.
Yeah, something like that. But
just gets you in, but literally you're standing the whole time.
There were these passes that I needed to buy. Short story. I bought 3 of them. That got me into the stadium, me and the boys. I surprised the boys. They were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're going to the game. I said, yeah. So I bought 3 of these passes. We go to the game. And then Patrick was able to walk up, get us, and then take us to the suite. It was pretty simple. Mm-hmm. But he brought a bunch of veterans to the game. So there were like, I don't know, 10 or 15 Army that were in the suite with us. And it was a field level suite. So, we were.
Aaron Andrews came over to say hello to the soldiers.
Said hi to all the soldiers. And Dylan and Cole were right there next to all the soldiers. And we thought they were going to get on TV because they had the camera on those soldiers the whole time, making them say hi and all that kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun. So thank you to Operation Once in a Lifetime and Patrick for helping me and the boys get to the game. It was so fun. The game was so much fun. Cowboys won.
It's hard to see, wasn't it?
But they had to come from behind. It was hard to see
because you're on the field level. You can't see anything.
You can't see a lot, but it's so fun being that close because you can hear everything. You can't really see everything, but you can hear. You're just so close to the action. But you do. You look up and you look at the gigantic scoreboard to see what actually happened on the play.
But how could you see the scoreboard at that certain time when the sun was in your eyes?
Oh, it was totally in our eyes. Did you see those pictures?
I did.
Totally in our eyes.
Because Jerry just now now he's just not going to do it because y'all said so.
Right.
It's crazy. I'm surprised the NFL didn't intervene.
So it was dear, sweet, clean, good, strong listener. It was still not cheap to go to the Cowboys game, but not like it would have been had I bought suite tickets or bought tickets where you have a seat, because that was astronomical. So anyhow, that's what we did. And so that was part of the boys' Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, that was a big deal.
But the dartboard was still the big winner.
Dartboard was a big
The
winner.
plastic little dartboard.
Several of our listeners, why don't we do this? Several of our listeners, our live studio audience members, are saying, Alan, why didn't you tell everybody what you got for Christmas? Kellie said what she got.
Oh, yeah.
She talked about what the boys got.
We jumped ahead with the golf clubs.
Yeah.
Got off track. Sorry.
Told what Emma Kellie got. What Alan get?
What did you get?
I got a bottle of Brut.
That's what he asked for.
I got a Starbucks gift card.
Because you love Starbucks.
I got a Kindle.
Got a Kindle. That was his surprise.
I got a Harley piggy bank sitting on my shelf right now. I put all my coins in it. So maybe one of your wishes will come through. I'll get rid of that vase.
No, please.
Wow. And
Swap
then
party's coming up.
And then I'm not getting rid of that vase. And then
why'd you just say get rid of it? Why would you even tease me?
Because it's controversial. And then my big thing was Kellie got me a GPS unit for my motorbike.
Because GPS on the phone doesn't work really well when you're riding a bike. So
I mean, it works, but
it's not
lots of potential for something to go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there, he had a really nice Christmas.
I did.
Do you like your
nice.
Kindle? The Kindle was a surprise. I don't know if he likes it or not.
I haven't even
He hasn't
opened
even set it up yet.
I don't know how to work
I don't know
it
that
yet.
he's loving it. You were talking about it. We were on vacation last. It would be nice to have a Kindle. And I thought, well, that'd be a nice little surprise for you.
I think at the beach it'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, why don't we do this and then we'll finish up with our bucket list.
Okay, well, bucket list, resolution list, whatever you like to call it. Maybe one of yours this year is to start taking your vitamins and actually stick with it. But honestly, it can be hard finding the right vitamins. There's so many misleading labels, questionable ingredients, sugary formulas. So we really need more sugar in our vitamins. But now you've got a clear choice, and that is Ritual. It's made for skeptics by skeptics. Ritual's multivitamin for women. What you see is what you get, and what you get is good. And what I love most about Ritual and their Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin is you only take 2 capsules per day. That's it, just 2. And it's got 9 key nutrients in just those 2 capsules. And these are really unique. And they've got these little beads inside oil design. It's actually patented. They're the ones that created this and patented it. It's really cool. And it's also got this minty essence in every bottle to make it fresh, and actually makes taking the vitamins quite enjoyable. And what really blew me away was when I was talking to the Ritual company, because I want to know what I'm talking about here, right? And they were explaining to me how their multivitamins have this delayed release mechanism. So it bypasses your stomach and starts working when it reaches your lower intestine, because that's the best place for all those nutrients to be absorbed. So what that basically means is you can take Ritual multivitamins on an empty stomach and you don't get that icky feeling that you get with other vitamins because you have to eat toast or whatever with it. And if you really are into reading labels, Ritual has nothing to hide. The Essential for Women 18 Plus is one of the few women's multis that's USP verified. It means what's on the label is what's in the formula. Soy-free, gluten-free, vegan-friendly, formulated without GMOs.
No more shady business. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus is a multivitamin you can actually trust. Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off during your first 3 months.
Ooh.
Visit ritual.com/sandwich to start Ritual, or add Essential for Women 18 Plus to your subscription today.
There you go.
Hey, babe, just real quick. So Monday night, Kellie and I had the Monday night football game on, and it was the Buffalo Bills at the Cincinnati Bengals. They're playing in Cincinnati. And we like tuning into Monday night because Troy does the game, Troy and Joe Buck. Well, if you haven't heard, you probably have heard, but if you haven't heard, there's a player on the Buffalo Bills. His name's Damar Hamlin. Now, he plays defense. Cincinnati I think they threw a pass. Damar Hamlin goes to tackle the ball carrier. He tackled him. You know, the ball carrier kind of gave him a shoulder into the chest. It wasn't a vicious tackle or hit or anything.
It looked pretty routine.
Pretty routine, yeah. And they went to the ground. Ball carrier hops up. Damar Hamlin gets up on his feet. He's on his feet for a couple of seconds, and then he just falls straight backwards.
Yeah.
And usually when that happens in a game, it's like a stinger or a neck, something with their neck or their head or whatever. So they cut to commercial break, and that's what I thought. I thought, oh, he must have got a stinger. That's kind of strange how he just fell straight backwards. But the tone of everything when they came back from commercial was really somber. And then some of the players, were kind of acting strange on the field, and it was just a really strange situation. Some of the players were getting very upset. And turns out that Damar Hamlin had cardiac arrest on the field. And
that's different than a heart attack.
Yeah, his heart just stopped.
Right. I was reading about that. A cardiac arrest is like when your heart misfires, right? There's something going on. But with a heart attack, I think they said the blood flow, it stops to your heart. And that's why. So it's two different things. Yeah. But still it's both very scary.
So they had the trainers run out. And then if you watch the replays, they look at him and then immediately kind of look to the sideline with this. It's like,
this is bad
face. And they call paramedics over. Paramedics come over, and the report is they worked on him for 9 minutes. They did CPR for 9 minutes.
His uncle told CNN that they had to resuscitate him twice.
Yeah.
And I don't know if both times were on the field or once at the hospital. But then they, from what I heard from the uncle, that he woke up at the hospital, but then they intubated him.
I didn't hear that.
That's what the uncle said. There's so much misinformation, but that he was intubated and put back to sleep so they could run tests. But I haven't heard the latest today. Last I heard, he was still in critical but stable.
Latest I heard, he's still in critical. They flipped him on his stomach today, and he's not on 100% oxygen now. He's on 50% oxygen.
Yeah. They said the uncle said that his vitals everything's on the upswing, looking better.
But he's still in critical condition.
Yeah.
So
I had somebody that was in a car accident. I knew somebody was in a car accident, and she died on the table multiple. I mean, it was bad. They had to keep bringing her back. But yeah, there's some reason they flipped them. She was flipped over. It's something about the heart, the blood flow.
I heard it was
heart
to
or something.
Keep less pressure on his lungs.
Yeah, they flipped her upside down and over and stuff. I don't understand why they do all that, but it worked. She's alive today, so hopefully this is going to be a very interesting story for him to tell one day.
Yeah. And I guess the reason we bring it up is we're like everybody else. When we watched it, we were like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. We were very concerned. And it just kind of hits you because you're used to the football players. They go down, they may be hurt, but usually you see them walk off.
Usually, yeah.
Or even if it's a neck injury, they'll give a thumbs up, go into the ambulance, and this one, he's out and everyone's kind of like, what happened? And then they canceled the game. So, we're thinking about postpone the game, yeah. So we're thinking about Damar Hamlin and hope he makes it through this because he's not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, and Jeremy Renner, what in the world?
Yeah.
Y'all hear about that? Jeremy Renner, he plays, was it Hawkeye? Is that his name of his character in the Marvel universe?
He was in the Hurt Locker.
He has a cabin up in the mountains of...
I'm not sure where. Oh, he was in Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah.
He's in the Nevada mountains. And it's really beautiful in the spring and summer, as you know. They've had record snowfall across different parts of the country. And he has this snow plow that he has used multiple times. It's not like he was a novice. He's posted videos of himself clearing, the roads to get to his home. And from what we are now learning, because there was a lot of misinformation coming out about that at first, that one of his family members had gotten stuck in the snow, and he used his snow plow to dig his family member out. And while they were apparently standing there, talking after the successful removal, that Jeremy noticed his snowplow started rolling. So did he forget to push the emergency brake? Did a safety feature fail? I don't know. But according to the sheriff, he ran to go jump in the cab like we'd all do. If our car was rolling back, the first thing you do is try to get behind the wheel and stop it. But somehow he fell, and this thing weighed, they said, 14,600 pounds, and it rolled over him.
It looks like a tank.
Yeah, and he had severe chest injuries, and his leg was really messed up. And care flighted, critical but stable condition. But this happened on Sunday, and on Tuesday he just posted an Instagram photo where he's like doing I think it was a thumbs up photo, and one side of his face is all puffy and bruised and swollen, and he just says, he appreciates everybody's, well wishes and prayers, but he's just too hurt to give any more information at this time. But man,
Yeah,
just scary things to happen like that back to back. So
yeah. So hope both those guys get better.
Yeah.
Because apparently they're both very, very good guys. All right, babe. Let's go through. Can we go through the bucket list here?
Sure.
Okay, we got to go through our 2023. You want to go first? You want me to go first? Are we going to alternate? How do we do this?
You wrote them down first. So why don't you just go first?
Go through mine. Okay. I mean, I guess over the years I've called these bucket lists. I define a bucket list item as something you want to do before you die. Like going to Hawaii could be a bucket list item for somebody. I want to go to Hawaii before I die. I want to check that off the bucket list. Whereas I define a resolution as something like I want to be better doing X. I want to lose weight. I want to be more organized. I want to organize my sock drawer.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not. There's not. And I know we've had.
After a while, you kind of run out of things you want to do before you die.
Yeah, true.
And then it's like, bucket list also becomes kind of like a to-do list, right?
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, here's mine. 2023 bucket list. Complete another iron butt challenge. So I did this in 2022. I went from South Dakota to Texas in 24 hours. I want to try another one. I don't know which one it'll be yet, but I want to do another one. Okay.
Okay. Hopefully you'll do it with someone this time.
Visit a city I've never been to.
We always put that.
I always put that one on there. So if I do number one, I think I'll do number two.
Yeah, because you'll be. Now, I did not complete that last year. I didn't go anywhere new last year. Okay. I went to all repeat places.
Number three, visit a state I've never been to.
Again, if you do the iron butt, that's probably going to happen.
I might do that because I've never been to Utah. I've been to Wyoming, been to Colorado. Never been to Utah. I think Utah might be one I can knock out. Perhaps, maybe. Number four, I want to take the boys to a Mavericks game. They have never been to a Mavericks game. And the Mavericks, they got this dude named Luka Doncic, number 77.
Yeah.
I got the boys, that was another Christmas gift. I got them number 77 jerseys, the Mavericks jerseys for both boys. That dude is good.
Crazy good.
That guy can play basketball.
Crazy good.
Oh my gosh. So that I want to take them to see Luka and go to the Mavs. Number five, I can't even read my writing. Oh, start a back piece tattoo.
Why are you looking at me?
Those are on the calendar.
Well, I mean, the back piece is fine, but you're never going to see it.
Well, that's not the point.
What is the point?
To get a back piece.
For who to see? Me?
Well, it doesn't have to be for anybody to see. It's the fact that you did it.
What's on it?
I don't know. Still thinking about that.
Have you got an idea?
I do have some ideas, yeah.
What are you leaning towards?
Well, something traditional. Either traditional or traditional Japanese or traditional with a Japanese background, something like that. I don't know exactly the imagery yet.
You could do Jesus.
Yeah, I could.
A lot of people get Jesus on their back piece.
I sure could. Number six, finish the game room. So we got a pool table up there now. We have a pinball machine up there now. It just needs some decorations and stuff. I've just wanted to just finish it and be done with it. That's the last room in the house that needs to be decorated. So that's not a bucket list. That's a resolution.
That's a to-do.
That's a to-do. Yeah. But I want to do it. I want to do it really bad. So that's why I put it on my list. Number seven. I was just kidding when I said that. Number eight.
What was it?
Have lunch with my pal.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I don't know. I just wanted to put it out in the universe,
You know what pal is code for?
Number eight.
Number eight.
Number eight.
You should have made that one number 8.
Make more whoopee.
You really wrote that down?
That's what it says. Make more whoopee.
Aw.
Why aw?
Sweet.
I thought we made a lot.
When? When?
Huh?
When?
When what?
We made a lot? When?
I thought we made a lot of whoopee.
Are you talking about the same thing I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Number 9. Kelly put this one on my list. Start a motorcycle YouTube channel.
Y'all, listen. He is nonstop watching motorcycle videos. So, and somebody will put a GoPro on their handlebars and they'll just take off, and Alan will watch it. He watches these documentaries of people on motorcycles. I said, look, if all you're going to do is spend your time polishing motorcycles, shopping for motorcycles, riding motorcycles, why don't you put it up on a YouTube channel? Because people get paid for that.
Yeah.
So why don't you turn your hobby into a career and you'll never work a day in your life? Isn't that what they say?
Boom.
That was my idea. I'm glad you added that to your bucket list.
Yeah.
Why
Why were we so confused about make more whoopee?
I just didn't know you wrote that down.
Oh. Why are you so confused?
Why? I didn't know you wrote that down.
Okay. You just acted real confused.
Because you said we've made a lot of whoopies. So why would you put down make more whoopee? Understand?
Because I was trying to get your reaction to if I said make more.
So you literally.
I was trying to get a reaction, and you laid out on me.
So you literally wrote that down just so you could read it on the podcast?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. I want more whoopee too, honey. Is that what? I don't know what your action you wanted.
But it's all relative. I mean, we could be doing it every day, and I could say I want to make more whoopee.
Yeah, that's true. We could. As you said, we do it all the
time. Yeah, those are the ones I got, babe. And there's one more. It's another motorcycle thing. I want to do this thing called the Motorcycle Grand Tour of Texas.
That's sort of like your iron butt thing.
It's not an iron butt though. It's not a mileage thing. They give you 50 things in Texas to go see, and you have from
you're a tourist.
Yeah, you have from March until November to see 25 of them.
Oh, that's easy.
Well, I don't know. They're all over the state. So if you see 25 or more, you get a patch. Boom.
Oh,
and
you can do that.
You think so?
Yeah, every other weekend we don't have the kids. Just go.
Wow.
I mean,
trying to get rid of me? Why don't you come with me?
Oh, maybe for one or so. Maybe.
Okay. So Motorcycle Grand Tour of Texas. That's number 10.
You didn't put your garage on here. So you're going to do the game room over the garage?
Just add garage when it says finish the game room. Finish the game room and garage.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, mine was learn to play golf. Of course, that was number 1. But Alan told me to write down in parentheses, shoot 100. So that's Alan's goal for me.
I think
I wrote it down.
I think once you start playing, you got to have a goal.
Yeah. I said shoot 100 per Alan.
That's on 18 holes.
I want to get back down to my wedding day weight.
Which was?
I went a little off the rails with COVID and menopause, but we're getting back down. I want to learn how Reels works, y'all. I am so bad at social media. I'm bad at it. And it's like vital to what I do on the radio and with podcasting that I learn how this thing works. And
you've been saying you have been saying this for 5 years,
and
6 years.
Have I been doing better? Be honest. I have been doing better.
You have?
Yes. Do you not follow me on social media?
I do.
Have you not seen any of the reels I've posted and stuff?
Yeah.
I've had help, but now I'm trying to do more on my own.
I saw the one you posted. You posted one reel.
That's more than I had done. I don't understand how this stuff works.
Okay.
But there's like all these editing things, and I don't understand. Somebody will show me once, and then I'll go back and try to do it, and I just can't do it. I have to like write it all. It's just bad. I'm bad at it, but I want to get better at it.
Okay.
I want to read one book per month. I've done this in the past. So again, I went on my Instagram story and I put, they have the thing where you could ask a question, give me a book recommendation. I couldn't find where everybody was answering it. I looked everywhere and I couldn't find it. So I thought maybe nobody was answering it and people have lost interest in helping me do things. So I deleted it and reposted it thinking I must have screwed up. Still couldn't find where anybody was answering me. And then I found out I was pressing the wrong button.
Oh my goodness.
I was
So you
pressing the wrong
deleted a
button.
bunch of answers.
I did, but then I reposted it and I got a bunch more. I guess I deleted a bunch. I literally thought nobody was answering my question, that people have just stopped caring
So
about me.
so you panicked.
I thought people stopped caring about me
So
and my question. I wanted people, because usually when you ask people for recommendations about anything, they want to share.
Oh,
let me tell
yes.
you, Colleen Hoover is apparently the most popular author today, because I got so many Colleen Hoover recommendations. I'm going to have to read Verity this year. I'm going to have to do that. That's like the most one. Visit a new city, because I didn't do it last year. So I put that back on here. Y'all are going to think this is stupid, but I put this down. I've got to get my feet in order. Alan makes fun of me sometimes in there when I'm scraping my hooves.
Oh, when you have the bastard file and
I'm telling you what,
your grinding wheel.
Alan does nothing to his feet. Nothing.
I'm going to start a foot OnlyFans.
His feet are as soft and perfect. We go to get, I introduced him to the pedicure many years ago. And the lady doesn't even file his heels because there's nothing there.
If she tries to, it tickles.
Well, it does tickle anyway, but it depends. But I don't understand why my feet look the way they do. And I'm not going to describe them because I don't want you to gross y'all out. But I'm going to be religious.
What's wrong with your feet?
My heels get all dry and cracked, and I'm constantly, it's like
cloven hooves.
It's so bad, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I'm going to be so religious with my foot care. I swear, I'm going to go get a pedicure before the year's over, and she's going to be like, I don't even need to use the file, just like Alan, just like lewd Alan.
I really don't do anything to my feet.
I know you don't,
but they're nice.
There's not nothing. My heels get so in the summer, it's really bad. Like my heel will. Have y'all ever had a split heel?
Ooh,
Alan, it is so painful.
I've never had a split heel.
Well, you have little cracks in your heel, but in the summer when women wear nothing but sandals, and somebody told me once it's because men wear a lot of tennis shoes and stuff, and so their feet are constantly in socks. But it doesn't matter. If I'm in the winter and I'm wearing socks with boots and stuff, my heels still get so dry.
You ever had a split in your nostril? No, that hurts.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
sore in your
gosh.
But I can't even describe it. It's so bad. And I also want to be, with my hormone replacement therapy and stuff that I'm on, I'm supposed to be taking these supplements. I'm really bad at taking medicines.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really bad at taking medicine. If a doctor gives me medicine and says you need to take this for 7 days, if I feel better after 3, I stop taking it.
I know.
So that's me. I'm bad. So I'm going to try to be better about taking if I'm going to all the trouble of getting help for my hormones, I need to take the damn medicine.
That sounds real familiar. Wonder who in the house has said that before.
This is my bucket list.
Okay.
My to-do list.
Okay.
My resolution list.
Sure.
Back off. Emma Kellie came to me last year and said and it broke my heart because I'm like, I have failed as a parent, but she wants to start going back to church. So I'm like, we are going to start going back to church. She has a church she wants to go to. It's important to have one that she has some friends there. So she wants to go to the youth department. So I'm going to start going back to church with her. Alan, we would love to have you join us. It's on Sunday mornings.
Okay.
I also, have a little financial goal that I want to reach that, I don't know why people get weirded out by talking about money, but I have a financial goal that I want to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to, my mother and I used to, before I had Emma Kellie, we used to do mother-daughter trips. And I have been saying I want to do it, but I actually wrote it down. But I want to do a trip with my mother and my daughter somewhere, the 3 of us. I want to do a mother-daughter, granddaughter trip.
Yeah.
And I got to do something about this dowager hump.
Oh, you're going to do the dowager hump?
I'm gonna start working on the dowager.
You're going to get rid of humpy back?
I'm going to do what I can to get rid of my dowager hump. Now, what is a dowager hump, you say, Kelly? Well, it's this hump that women get on the back of their necks, and men are getting it too. It's because what do we do all day? We're down on our phones. We're looking at our laptops. We're hunched over all the time. We don't stand up straight. And I'm starting to get a hump. And Alan's always coming up behind me telling me to stand up straight. And I'm like, I am standing up straight. Getting a hump, Alan. And I want to get there's a series of exercises that I found on YouTube that's supposed to help you get rid of the dowager hump. So my goal is to get rid of my dowager hump in 2023.
Don't be turning into a dromedary. No dromedaries in this house.
This is the grossest bucket list ever. Get rid of my cracking feet and my dowager hump.
Well, those are two ailments.
I mean, isn't that awful?
If we can get rid of some of your ailments, that's a good thing.
If I can get rid of 2 ailments a year.
Oh, gosh, you'd be dead before you got rid of them all.
Why is that not a clap back? Anyway, that's it. It's not really a motivational bucket list.
I like it. I think you got some good things. Kelly had like 3 things on there. She's like, I don't have anything to put on here.
You know what? I get frustrated because Alan tells me my list isn't. You tell me my list is never good enough.
I don't say that. I have never said that.
You flat out.
I am being misrepresented. I'm being misrepresented.
These are supposed to be things you want to do before you die, and I'm like, well, I want to get my heels not to crack before I die.
You're bringing up old content.
But I'm saying,
we've already had this argument.
So I have pressure on me to come up with something magnificent.
You remember, I gave in. I'm like, you do your list. You do whatever you want to do. I don't care. Just do your list.
But I feel silly writing certain things down because now I know it's not important.
This is last year. We've already been through this.
My list isn't important. It's my point.
It's your list. You do what you want. I don't care. Just have something on the list. That was my point. You had 3 things on there, and you're like, I don't
know what else to do.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I did. I put golf. What did I put? I put like golf, get down to my wedding day, learn how to do the reels, read a book, and visit a new city. And then I just stopped. I said, I can't think of anything else. Bring me another martini.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
And then I added the other stuff.
I think we have 2 good lists.
Do you?
People love lists.
Well, maybe I'll be more successful at accomplishing things on it because I bombed 2022.
I think
I don't know. Did we talked about that last time? I didn't.
Yeah, we talked
about
that. I mean, you didn't do nothing. I mean, nothing.
Nothing. You know what I did though, y'all? It's kind of this isn't on my bucket list, but you remember Christmas of 2021? I gave my mama all my Mondays in 2022. You know, I went to right. Just to refresh your memory. I went to the Half Price Books and got one of those page a day rip off calendars. I ripped off all the Mondays and put them in a pretty box. And when she opened it up, it's just all these pages of. She's like, "What is this?" I said, "Mama, I'm giving you all my Mondays in 2022." It was very beautiful. You're so sweet. And it cost me, like $5 because of that calendar. So anyway, we get to the end of the year, and Mama's like, I really enjoyed spending all my Mondays with you. And I was like, I'm not going to stop spending Mondays with you in 2023. Or how horrible would that be, y'all? So my mother thought I was just done with 2022. So anyway, we're still doing Mondays with Mama in 2023.
It's kind of what happened to me.
Well, Tuesdays with Alan kind of got screwed up.
Just failed miserably.
That wasn't as big of a presentation as boxing up all my Tuesdays and giving them to you.
No.
Alan and I were trying to do a once a week date night to keep the romance alive. That's why Make More Whoopee is on his list. That's why it's on his list. So we were like, well, the only night we don't have anything to do is Tuesdays because none of the kids' sports activities. We didn't have to record a podcast. We didn't usually Tuesday nights were like no social events are ever scheduled for Tuesday nights. So that was going to be our date night. Well, suddenly every freaking thing in the world popped up on Tuesday nights. Yeah. It was just like the universe was conspiring against us. So,
right. Oh, well. We'll just bury Tuesday date nights forever.
We don't have to bury it, but we could maybe just be more fluid with the date night.
Yeah. All right, babe. That's a lot of stuff. Holy moly. We jumped all over the place too.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to one of our listeners, one of our very, very best customers, Julie Bennett. So Julie gave me 2 tickets to the Cotton Bowl. The Cotton Bowl was played on January 2nd at AT&T Stadium, and it was Tulane University against the University of Southern Cal. So the game was played. Tulane won. Now, Julie, I couldn't go to the game. So what I did was I donated those 2 tickets to Operation Once in a Lifetime. They gave those 2 tickets to 2 Army vets that went to Tulane. And the guys said they had the best time ever.
Good.
So your tickets went to even a better cause than giving them to me. One of my neighbors went to USC, and I asked him if he wanted them.
Tulane.
USC.
I thought you went to Tulane.
USC.
Yeah, I thought you told me you went to Tulane.
USC.
Well, I was all confused.
You were confused. USC. And he said he couldn't go. So, I did find Patrick, and he found the vets. And yeah. So thank you, Julie. We really appreciate that. Appreciate your generosity.
We also have to give a shout out.
They were great seats. They were really great seats.
We have to give a shout out to Shelly
Scarborough
Blackman.
Oh.
She's already changed her Facebook handle and everything.
Why does she have a new name?
She just got married. Let me tell you, and Shelly, she gives me credit and she should not. But I remember it was about this time a year ago, y'all. This is how quickly your life can turn around. She wanted to find love, and she felt like it was not in the cards for her. And she, was like, I said, just keep trying. You got to keep faith. You never know. You turn a corner one day and you just run into the right person. You swipe right on the right person. Anyway, in less than a year, she found love and married him on New Year's.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
And we've done
so exciting. I'm so happy for her because and man, she looks great. She's the one that introduced me to intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
The weight just fell off of her. She started getting her groove back, getting her confidence back, and went and found the love of her life.
That is really cool. And we've known Shelly now for a little while.
She's one of our podcast family vacationers.
She came to the first one. Mm-hmm. And Shelly's very
sweet.
Very social, very sweet, very active in our get-togethers. She always comes to our get-togethers at the restaurant. So congratulations, Shelly.
I know. I'm so happy. It just goes to show you just never know. And, I was talking to somebody today about, January is the time of year when everybody, all right, let's get back on the dating websites. This is the time.
That's what I did.
And I said, that's what Alan did. Alan was going to give it one more try, right? That was your last try. You were done.
So I went through my photos. I said, there's a pretty good one here. Me in the car. Got a scarf on. I got me a winter coat on. My hair's kind of working. I'm going to throw that one out there. See if any of the fishies bite it. And one creamy fish. One
swipe left first.
Come on.
And because Bumble was still so new, I guess they were like, are you sure about that? And they brought him around again, and I swiped twice. I said, if he showed up twice, I might as well swipe right. And that was Alan, if y'all hadn't picked up on that yet.
That was
and that happened. What was our anniversary date? Do you remember the date we met? January
I thought it was like the 6th.
6th or the 7th. I couldn't remember. I was hoping we had where we conversed, but then we actually met.
Went for sushi.
Yeah. In Setsu.
Our third date, we went to a steakhouse, and I did magic for Kelly, and she crossed her arms, folded her arms, turned to the side, crossed her legs, and made a face.
So I don't want to date a magician.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, fine. So I just started to do magic for some of the other people at the restaurant.
They loved it.
Oh, we had a great time.
And who's become your biggest supporter of magic?
My nieces.
Alan.
You. Yeah.
I never thought I'd date a magician.
We went to a Mavericks game, like our third or fourth date, or fourth or fifth date.
Our second, honey.
Our second date was
it was pretty early because Alan used to do marketing for Lennox Heating and Air, so he'd be wined and dined by ad agencies or something, right?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. And so that was I had to go on a date with you and some ad rep.
Is that what we did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gosh, good memory, babe. And there was something else I was going to say about when we first started dating, but I forgot. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, babe. You got anything else?
It's been 7 years.
7 years. Yeah. That's why I couldn't.
2016.
That's why I couldn't remember exactly. Yeah, I did magic. We went to the Mavericks game. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Then you drugged me to Mexico.
That was in July. It wasn't like I did it the minute I met you. No, my girlfriend, she was having her big 4-0, and her husband, they were born exactly the same day, 10 years apart. And she was turning 40 and he was turning 50.
I was like, what is
happening? They were planning this big trip to Mexico. And man, it wasn't until July, but she wanted everybody booked by February 1st or something like that. And I said, I don't know what to do. I told him, I said, I'm inviting you to go with me to Mexico right now, but you might want to get the travel insurance just in case this doesn't work out. Isn't that exactly what I said?
Yeah.
I said, get the travel insurance just in case we're not still.
And I agreed.
And you did it.
Dang right I did.
Because you were hooked.
Shit.
He was so hooked.
Shit.
I know he acts like he can't stand me now sometimes.
That's
so
not true.
I know y'all see his face.
That's
sometimes,
not true.
And he looks at me like, what? But he was so hooked, so fast. Booking trips to Mexico. And he barely knew me.
Okay, whatever. All right, babe. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Let's go cross number 8 off your list tonight. Brown chicken, brown cow. That was great, wasn't it?
I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately. I love them so desperately. We're going to do, I don't know, maybe what do you think? 50, 60, 70 podcasts this year?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, one a week. One more than one a week.
That's 52.
Well, yeah, we do more than one a week.
Not always.
Well, if they can, step it up a little bit back there at the home office.
We'll see.
We will see.
We'll see.
And I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. All right. There you go, babe. Number 1 in the can.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Michael, the scarf was legit. You know you like that scarf. I'm telling you. We don't. We're still one a week until told otherwise.
We're gonna stay one a week.
Are we? You think so? Hey, Kellie. This is El Presidente.
Mm-hmm.
A sandwich and some bucket list. A sandwich and some 2023 bucket list. A sandwich and some.
Why?
What? Now what?
Inbox. Okay, there it is. All right. Oof. My work email's driving me nuts.
A sandwich and some whippy.
See, you're not even in my address book. Hello, I'm Alan. You're not in my work address book. There, now it pops up. Oh my gosh. Robert.
So wheels off.
I know, it's awful. I hate it.
How long do you have to do this?
I think it's forever. I'm going to try to get him to set it up where it was like before, where it looks like a Yahoo for me, but I don't know.
Jeez. How many emails do you think you're going to miss because of this?
Oh, I've missed quite a few.
Gosh.
It's bad. I've missed some client stuff. But I'm hoping, just because it's the first week back, that I'll be forgiven.
Not Mel. All right, guys. It's getting late. It's a school night. Julie wants to know how your walking is going.
Oh, I haven't. I was doing the 4 miles a day, and nothing was changing. Nothing. It was really, really frustrating. And I was doing it at like the hottest part of summer, and I didn't lose a single pound.
You were walking a
lot. I was very, very committed, and I stuck with it for quite a while. And then I was like, nothing's happening. But then I realized my hormones were so freaking out of whack. So then I went and got hormone therapy. And then the walking just I got less and less motivated. But we're supposed to be walking the dogs together.
Yeah.
We're trying to do more things together. That will be one of them.
All right, peeps. We'll see y'all on the social midges. Have a good night.